Marvel Zombies, Adrian. This is something that I changed my stance on.
Okay.
Now, you told me a long time ago on this show that, we're going to give our opinions, and then we have the right to what? Change our mind. Was it at later times?
You have a right to change your mind at any time, at any point in the
Anytime.
future, for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I don't have to explain it. We call that bipolar. Anyways, Marvel Zombies. What I want to do first is check in with our friends at Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
The critics, Adrian, gave this show, Marvel Zombies, a 64%.
Boom, motherfucker.
Yeah. And the audience, the beloved audience, gave this show a 79%. So who are you going with?
I wouldn't go with either one of them. I think the number is higher.
Okay.
But since we have to choose,
Yep.
since we have to compare,
We have to compare.
I would go with the audience.
Marvel Zombies, Adrian. This is something that I changed my stance on.
Okay.
Now, you told me a long time ago on this show that, we're going to give our opinions, and then we have the right to what? Change our mind. Was it at a later time or something?
You have a right to change your mind at any time, at any point in the
Anytime.
future, for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I don't have to explain it. I can
Nope.
just go, you know what? I didn't like this yesterday, but today I fucking love it.
Yep.
And tomorrow it sucks. Who knows? You never know. We call that bipolar. Anyways, Marvel Zombies. What I want to do first is check in with our friends at Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
This is where we look at the Marvel Zombies score and we judge the critic score versus the audience score, and we say which one we think got it right. Okay. And maybe you do, maybe you don't know how these scores are comprised. The critic score are comprised of a very biased process where one person sources all the reviews that they can find for a show, and based off of how many of those reviews are positive, that will dictate the score. So if they sourced 100 reviews and 50 of them were positive, you would have a 50% score. Okay. And then the popcorn meter, as they call it, this audience score is comprised of people that went out, watched this. I don't know how they do this with shows because there's no ticket. I believe with a movie, you have to show proof that you at least paid to go to the movie before they count your review. I don't know how that's done with shows, but anyways, what we like to do here is compare things, right?
Sure.
And somebody said to me on TikTok one time, like, I was asking a question, like, is this movie better than that? And they're like, well, why do we have to compare them? Can't we just enjoy them? Then my response is, well, can't we just do both? Why can't I enjoy shit and then also compare fucking everything to everything? Why not?
Well, think about enjoyment. How do you know that you've enjoyed something?
You compare it to other experiences.
Exactly.
Right.
So you compare all the time.
Yeah.
So for all of you that say that,
shut the fuck up, bitch.
there you go.
Goddamn some of my bitch. I love me some Bernie Mac. I need that fucking some of my bitch.
Yeah, some people just go too soon, boy. Bernie was one of those.
Dude, he's one of the goats, bro.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stand-ups to this day is his part of the original Kings of Comedy.
Right. Nobody expected him to come out swinging like that.
Oh my God, dude. That was some whole other shit.
Right.
Everything from the motherfucker part, the motherfucker.
And I'm out this motherfucker.
Yes. You stupid son of a bitch.
Wow.
Anyways, if
But
you haven't-
my other favorite person was he's also died. Patrice O'Neal.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
he was-
dude.
he was
If he was
hysterical.
still around, probably other comedians would be working for him.
Yeah.
That dude was off the chart.
I think because of his longevity and his evolution, to me, my stand-up comedy GOAT is Dave Chappelle.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
he's ascended to a whole nother level,
Right.
And there's a lot of message in his stuff too. It's not just
I
jokes.
love the message more than I do the comedy.
Yeah.
Even though, like, I think his last special he didn't do too good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But his Mark Twain Awards, his Saturday Night Live stuff, love it.
Yeah. I say all that to say this is the Marvel Zombies critics score. So the critics, Adrian, gave this show, Marvel Zombies, a 64%.
Boom, motherfucker.
Yeah. And the audience, the beloved audience, gave this show a 79%. So who are you going with?
I wouldn't go with either one of them. I think the number is higher.
Okay.
But since we have to choose,
Yep.
since we have to compare,
We have to compare.
I would go with the audience.
Same. Audience 79. I think that's pretty close to what I would give the show. It sounds
Yeah.
like you're glazing it more than I am. So,
Yeah, I am. I mean, only slightly. I would
Yeah.
give it like a 80.
okay. Oh, so 1% higher.
Whatever.
Got it. Okay.
80, 82.
I mean,
whatever.
Listen, I'm known as the Glazer. So if you want to take that title for this segment, you
I
can have
absolutely
it.
do not. I am
No, you
good.
don't. Okay. I'll just continue being the Glazer. But this show, it surprised me. Now, if we could, go back in time, you remember a time on this show when Marvel Zombies was brought up, what would I do, Adrian?
Pretty much vomit all over it.
Yes, yeah. Zombies are stupid. Zombies are stupid. Read a comic. It actually does come from the comics, though. There's Marvel Zombie comics. Now, this started in What If.
Yes.
There was a What If episode. It was season 1, episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
Came out in 2021. I saw this episode for the first time a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was not, and when I say, you say I threw up all over it, here's my thing. I'm not excited about the zombie genre on its own, in general.
Right.
Like people say there's too many comic movies. There's too much fucking zombie content out there. Not anymore.
I don't think I like comics. I don't think there's such a thing as too much zombie content. Now things can drag on.
Yep.
Walking Dead,
Mhm.
and then the 17 spinoffs. But like 28 days later, introduced the fast running zombies for the first time.
Okay.
That shit was awesome. So, but no, I don't think there's such thing as too much zombie content. But
you like zombie
I do.
content. Yeah.
I saw it, but I told you Wanda was a badass in What If.
Oh my God.
Told
Yes.
you. And what they do with her in this?
Oh,
Queen.
man. Queen of the day. Yes, we're going to get to that. But going back on how I originally viewed this, I'm not a fan of zombie content in general. It has to be a good story.
Sure.
The Last of Us, phenomenal game. First season, amazing. Second season, they screwed the pooch, as you say, which you shouldn't screw animals, especially dogs. I think you go to jail for that. You get arrested for that, fucking a dog?
They're slowly changing the law so that you can marry your favorite pet.
Can your dog give you consent? That's how this this is only.
No, they're gonna genetically change them, and if they're this color, they automatically consent.
Got it. We need to point out, guys, this is only entertainment. This is only entertainment.
my
Okay, where it's
God.
not educational.
No,
Nope.
it's definitely not that.
Nope, we're not trying to influence you. This is just for entertainment purposes only.
Don't look up to us for.
And don't search. We say fact check. Don't fact check any of the stuff we just said because that's going to fuck up your browser history and your whole algorithm. So don't do it. Anyway,
fuck.
so I when I initially heard about this show, I was like, why the fuck are they wasting time putting this shit together? But I say shit, Adrian, but I still try to look at everything objectively.
Sure.
I think sometimes people think just because I said I wasn't interested means I'm going to shit all over it. Oh no, I'll give it a fair shot.
Well, I mean, what most people don't realize is that when you speak into the universe takes it, cradles it, holds it for a little while, drops a little raindrops on you and shit, so you can think about what the fuck you just said, and
true.
maybe you'll change your mind. Maybe you have some kind of retrospect about it.
Yep.
Maybe you'll change your mind, but at the very least, you'll get a reflection back of what you said.
Okay. Well, what the universe did for me was it led me to the Marvel Zombies trailer.
That sounded like a whole 30 seconds of bullshit.
You know what? Sign me up. I'm down with it. But when the trailer dropped, I was like, dude, this shit, we watched it here.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this shit looks awesome.
Yep.
From there, I went back and watched the What If episode for the first time. And how this whole thing starts, a quantum virus, it's always one of these motherfuckers, the Van Dynes, right? Or Pym. It's always one of these motherfuckers in comics.
Mm-hmm.
Janet Van Dyne spreads it after Hank Pym rescues her. What I liked about it was it took events that happened in the MCU, like Janet Van Dyne being lost in the quantum space realm, whatever the fuck it's called, little mini-verse.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hank goes to rescue her like he did in the MCU. The only difference is she has this virus that now spreads. So it's taking events that we already know
Sure.
and giving a slight twist.
Making a connection.
There you go. And this is also why I wasn't a big fan of the first episode. Because I'm like, we have this stuff already. We don't need to do new stuff. But anyways.
Yeah, but they had to set the foundation.
They did.
They had to do the backstory.
Sure.
Superman being shot off a Krypton.
Of course.
All
always.
over again.
Always. But we see the Avengers infected, Iron Man, Cap, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Hope, Bucky, Okoye, and Bruce Banner are all survivors in that first one. Vision is revealed to be feeding people to keep Wanda alive. So they plant a lot of seeds in here that we see really cause a lot of chaos. No pun intended with the whole chaos magic, but that's just how I spitting fucking bars over.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Dude.
It really does. Rolls right off the tongue. No diddy. But it ties right into the show. And this episode ends with Peter, T'Challa. I guess that's the one down too, is that losing Chadwick Boseman. He voiced T'Challa in the What If episode. Unfortunately, he passed before they recorded these. But it ends with Peter, T'Challa, and Scott Lang's head.
What's up with the heads,
I don't know,
dude? The what was it? Teddy bear head on
the Iron Man suit. Yep.
And then Scott Lang's head on who was it? Strange.
Strange's cape was
right,
swinging him around. But I think with the teddy bear thing, I think that was Ironheart recovered Iron Man's suit when that zombie Iron Man was killed. And Friday, the AI, is running the suit. And I feel like she just put the stuffed animal in there because it's funny. Look, it's fucking
I thought she said on Tony Stark's body.
No, I think it's just
the suit. Okay,
yeah, yep.
Okay, that would make more sense.
Yeah. So her just being funny. Hey, put a little fucking teddy bear there. Let's have some fun in the apocalypse. And then it ends with them heading to Wakanda, where the zombie Thanos waits with the gauntlet. So that one episode was like, dude, we need to see some more of this shit, right? And then this series, so it was 4 episodes. How'd you feel about the length of this show? Was it solid? Do you think we needed more?
No, actually, I think they ended it proper.
Yeah.
It felt complete, but we know that there's more to it. So if you don't watch anything else, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But there's, you definitely want more.
Absolutely. I think what I didn't like about it, the one thing I didn't like, now I said I think it was amazing. Well, I didn't say it, now I said it. I think it was amazing. The one thing I didn't like was the characters they chose to kind of lead this. Like, you got Kamala, Kate Bishop, Riri, who they're not really the most popular characters in the MCU, right? I think they've all did a good job of acting as those characters, but it was like, can we get some well-known, why isn't Bucky one of the top guys? Why isn't fucking Steve Rogers in there?
Because I think the idea is that if you had some of these top tier guys, then first of all, the story wouldn't be as long as it needs to be. It would have been 3 episodes.
Okay.
Because, Hawkeye or Captain America, they would have just solved the problem. That's what people think.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Bring out the top tier guys and this shit's over with sooner than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So they needed some okay character to kind of string this thing along.
Got it. Makes sense. They fight a zombie version of Captain Marvel in this. She was badass.
She was that lightning storm in the desert.
Yes.
She was trying to kill everything that moved.
Yep.
And then there was, who was it that was stopping her? It looked like an Iron Man kind of figure or something.
It was the suit. It was Friday.
Okay.
Yep.
No. Okay. Well, anyway, she was trying to kill everything that moved in the desert. No, they said a couple of them because the suit, Friday came with them along the way.
Yeah.
Right. And it was 2 entity and Blade, which was they did a great job.
Oh my God, dude.
So Blade said that this was the desert of the gods or something like that. And he said there was 2 very powerful entities that couldn't kill each other, always at war. So it wasn't Friday.
Okay.
But Captain Marvel was one trying to kill everybody, and then there was another one that was trying to stop her. So I don't think it was Friday in that.
Wait, one that was trying to stop
Captain Marvel. Because remember when they first went through the desert,
Yep.
all this lightning strike started coming down. And then you see the flashes and you get some random shit and so on and so forth. Because if it was just Captain Marvel, she would have just stood in front of him and just erased him.
True. Yeah. I don't know. Well, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to go
Watch it
back and
again.
fucking, yeah,
Yep.
I am.
I'm definitely going to watch all this shit all over again.
And I do recommend anyone who hasn't seen this that now is going to watch it, watch that What If episode first.
Yes.
Because it's going to give you the premise. And it without that, I think that episode makes this show a lot better.
Right. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and watch that again too myself.
Yeah, I'm most probably do it as soon as we're fucking done here, honestly. All right. So first episode of this ends with Blade Knight, I think is what they call him. But it's Blade mixed with Khonshu,
Right.
the spirit that takes over, or the spirit of the god that merges with Moon Knight, almost on some Venom type of, connection.
Right.
Dude, that Blade is a badass in
Yeah, he
this
is.
show. Like,
Yeah.
I hope it leads to some type of Blade in the MCU.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, we need a movie. Maybe. I just hope they bring him in.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't need their own movie either.
No.
Episode 2. So actually, I'm sorry. Episode 1 is called To End All Plagues. And the premise is they have this little device, right? That is supposed to cure all of the infected, but they need to get it to some type of almost like motherboard or some type of computer that are found on the SHIELD helicarriers to actually use, right?
Right. They realized that this was some kind of SHIELD capable device, but they needed some kind of reader that could read the contents of it, which they got to at some other point. So
let me break it down for us that are a little more simple out there. You have a SD card, you can't jam it into your computer, you got to put in a little reader and then plug it into your computer.
There you go.
Essentially.
But
that card is now going to heal all of the infected people in the world.
Right.
And they're trying to eat you while you're trying to plug it in. Pretty much.
well, more correctly, that card is going to enable you to call somebody.
That's
Remember?
right. That's right.
It's going to enable you to call somebody that can heal the planet.
So your phone's not working. In order to get your phone to work, you got to take this SD card, put it in this fucking dongle, and plug it in your computer. But the little dongle adapter you can't find.
Right.
Yes. And zombies are trying to eat you while this is happening.
Correct.
Okay. Anyways, second episode, A Little Past Shangri-La. This is Shang-Chi is in this one. And he is bitten early on, and his father sacrifices himself, giving up the 10 rings, which pretty much saves him, right? Because there are some characters in here that get bit, but they don't get infected. We've seen that a couple times, right? Or no?
No, they all do except him.
He was
Except
the only
Shang-Chi,
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
because of the rings.
Got it.
I don't know why they didn't cut. I thought they was going to do some World War Z shit, just cut his arm off, but that didn't work. I mean, obviously he needs the arm, and then
True.
you fast forward there in the desert, fucking around with scrolls, and he's out there, waving a raggedy arm that's deteriorating.
Yeah.
Waving a raggedy arm on the side of the car and shit.
Yelena's in this episode. Red Guardian's in this episode. Wanda's introduced for first time we see her in the show here. And Zemo, Baron Zemo shows up, which is pretty cool.
A dick.
He is a dick. Yep. We see some hordes of zombies in this, and I think that's one thing too that the just some of the visuals in this show.
Right.
That many zombies on screen. There was a lot of good fights, a lot of good battles.
Right.
Also like the lengths of the episodes. They weren't too long. They're like, 30 minutes or so?
Right.
This episode pretty much ends, a lot that happens in this, but it ends with Yelena basically sacrificing herself. She launches an escape pod, but she gets infected. And this is the episode where her, dad's like losing it because they left her behind. But you see a lot of that in this show. I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
People are going to have to sacrifice themselves for other groups to move on.
Right.
A lot of death in this show.
A lot of death. I think we're missing one essential character in this.
Who?
T'Challa's main warrior head of the one that's
Okoye.
leading these zombies. Yeah, Okoye.
Yeah.
Because she's not the zombie queen, but she's the zombie general.
That's right. She got
that's
infected.
leading all the zombies for the zombie queen.
She's a badass too. Yeah, that's right. She got infected, I think, in the What If episode.
And she is not only has her own army of zombies, but she's also controlling other zombies,
Right.
right? Like when she wakes up Namor.
Yes. Oh shit, dude. And that is, what episode is Namor in? Is that the
Thought it
second or the
was-
third? I don't know. My notes are a little scarce here.
Maybe the third one. I'm not sure.
It's either the second or the third. I think it is the third. But dude, how about Zombie Namor?
Well, I mean, when was Thor in there? He came in at
Third.
the third one too.
Yep.
Both of them dudes, they're like, now that's how Thor and Namor should be wielding power.
Absolutely.
That shit was awesome. But before we do that, in the second one, when they find Yelena and them at that desert compound, the Shield compound.
Yep.
And one of the most awesome scenes was when who was it? The Abomination threw Captain America's half body over into that thing, and he's scrounging around.
Yep,
And
yep.
he's going in and he's fighting Red
Guardian.
Guardian.
Yes.
That shit was awesome, dude.
It was funny too how like even
It was comical, but it was like awesome at the same time.
it's funny how even in the apocalypse, Red Guardian's like, I finally get to fight Captain America. Like they're gonna sing about this. Like no one's gonna sing
No,
about
nobody's
this,
gonna
bro.
sing
No
about
one even
this.
cares. And then he becomes infected in this, and that's what's cool too. Is like you never know who's going.
Right.
You know, in every episode, there's a handful of people that are offed.
Right.
Episode 3 starts with that flashback in Wakanda. That was cool too. Like I was saying, how it I think that's why I think the episodes, if I ranked them in like order as my favorite, it would just be literally the last one to the first one. Like each episode got better.
Right.
My least favorite was 1, then 2, then 3, then
Sure.
4. Like they each got better, which is, I think that's what you want out of a show, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You don't want like the first episode to be the best, and then you're like, oh my God, that sucks.
Right. Fucking Game of Thrones shit.
And see, that's why I never watched it.
All right.
That's why.
Just don't watch the last episode.
Okay. But they're fighting in Wakanda. Thanos has the stones, but obviously him being a zombie, he ain't as smart as the real Thanos.
Right.
So he's kind of learning as he goes. And we talked about sacrifices. T'Challa sacrifices himself and destroys the stones, which then sends this, I guess, mass amount of energy throughout the universe,
Right.
which we then later see impacts Hulk.
Right.
Infinity Hulk is what they call him.
Right.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm disappointed with Infinity Hulk.
Really?
Yeah, I think he should have been. To me, he just wasted a lot of energy street fighting.
Yeah.
That should have been a couple finger snaps or one of his hand clap blows or something, and all them zombies should have been gone.
But you got to remember, this is a zombie Hulk, so he ain't.
I guess.
He a little. He got a daddy.
I
named-
give you that.
He got a daddy named Forrest too. One of my favorite quotes. I need that soundbite. I need that
What?
one. He got a daddy named Forrest too. Forrest Gump. He's like, no, you're the dad, dumbass. Anyways, so T'Challa sacrifices himself, and then these survivors, they reach the new Asgard. One thing I didn't like is how they changed the likeness of some characters, but others they didn't. Like Valkyrie in New Asgard looks nothing like Tessa Thompson, the actor.
Correct.
Outside of the voice, I'm like, who the fuck is this character? Because they changed her look.
Right.
Kate Bishop looked like Kate Bishop. Even Scarlet Witch doesn't look like Elizabeth Olsen, in my opinion.
No.
The Ant-Man head looks nothing like Paul Rudd. And even though he voiced them, he doesn't sound like Paul Rudd.
Okay.
I wonder if they use AI for the voices. Who knows?
Who knows?
That's just me going. Anyways, this whole beacon thing, they wanted to call the Nova Corps.
Correct.
And those motherfuckers showed up already because they were literally quarantining Earth.
Right. Well, they didn't show up. They were already
there. Yeah.
They were already aware of the situation, and their mission was to keep whatever was there there.
But when they get to New Asgard, we see Wanda, but she's not zombie Wanda. This is where we start to see those reality warping powers, which is why I said earlier, if you like this shit and you like WandaVision, that Marvel package is awesome because it has House of M, which is probably one of the first times we saw her power in that at that level in the comics, right? Like that reality warping to where nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And which is what we saw some semblances of that in this show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we obviously, I'm sure you knew something was up when Wanda looks like Wanda and not the zombie.
Right.
And the Asgardians dude, they're having a feast, bro.
Yeah.
They're like people on that cruise. You been on a cruise before?
Yeah.
You ever see those motherfuckers that go to the buffet and don't leave the buffet?
Well, it's more to me. To me, that scene was like during COVID.
Yeah.
So during COVID, I popped around the United States more. I flew more during COVID than I had flew previously, right? And you go to some places where they don't even think that the COVID exists.
Yeah.
It's like, people standing around like spitting in each other's mouths and
They're
shit. They
eating
so
bats and
close
shit,
and all this
yep.
kind of shit. So that scene to me was like that. It's like it existed, but not for them. They thought they were kind of untouchable or unreachable or whatever.
Yeah.
I had some other shit I was going to say too, but anyway, go ahead.
So Alexei becomes infected. He kills Zemo and Jimmy Woo. Jimmy Woo's in this too. The
detective or whatever,
yeah,
cop
let's
or
see,
whatever.
some kind of agent.
Some kind of agent.
And then like you alluded to a little bit ago, Thor fighting Wanda in this episode is off the charts,
Right.
dude.
Yeah, but when they first saw him, he was like a dormant Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I'm so fucking bored.
Right.
There's nothing going on that's worthy of me even lifting my eyelid up. And he just sitting slumped in the chair, all this shit going on around him, and he just don't care.
Well, I think if you remember in the flashback, he fought Thanos in Wakanda and got fucked up. Remember that?
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't.
So when in the flashback when Peter and Scott's floating head and T'Challa when they're fighting Thanos, Thor actually shows up too with Groot.
Oh
and
yeah,
Rocket.
Stormbreaker.
And remember he skins those motherfuckers.
Yep.
And then so kind of like in Infinity War where Thor was unable to defeat Thanos, he then goes back and he's
depressed.
Yeah, he's depressed. He's moping around. He's like, I ain't getting up for none of this shit because I failed at that,
So it's crazy. It's like someone who loves to fight goes looking for fights, but then gets defeated and then go home and sulk.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're supposed to lose something. You
Right.
can't beat everybody.
Right. But he wakes up when Wanda's, starts wrecking shit when they realize that all these motherfuckers are actually eating zombie flesh and now they're turning into zombies. And there's a cool ass fight there. He basically holds Wanda off enough for these guys to get out before the Nova Corps comes and bombs the Earth, or bombards Earth.
I knew it was one thing I wanted to say. So a lot of people like to have a problem with RDJ going from, Tony Stark to Victor Von Doom. They're gonna be like, zombies don't have power. Zombies don't do. Well,
these ones do.
Right. Well, so since zombies first came out, they were slow moving, mindless. They got activated when they saw live flesh, right? But they were still slow moving.
Yeah.
Then 28 Days came out, and now they're running zombies. Now you got to be fit in order to get away from them instead of just sidestepping them and shit. So people got used to that. Well, this is the next version of zombie. So just think about it that way. Zombies evolve too.
Yeah.
So don't be mad
that,
zombies have superpowers and shit.
Yeah. Fucking relax. Calm down. But that's actually what I think one of the aspects about this show that was most intriguing to me is like, yes, it's a zombie, but it's a zombie version of that character with all the powers.
Right.
And that's why it's such a problem.
Yeah.
Because if they're regular zombies, well, they're slow. I mean, if there's regular zombies and
just nuke them and keep moving.
Oh yeah, and if you're Spider-Man or you're T'Challa, the regular zombies stand no chance.
Right.
But zombies with superpowers, holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. And then besides the random zombie being Godzilla sized by the Pym particles and shit.
Yeah.
That was
oh my God, dude. Yes, that was crazy. All right, last episode, The Living and the Dead. I'm sorry, I didn't even give you the title of episode 3, The Hunger That Waits. Pretty fitting title. The Living and the Dead, episode 4. Their ship is shot down by the fucking Nova Corps, right? And we talked about Infinity Hulk. So he's got all these powers. He's wielding the powers of the destroyed stones, but he's zombie. He's a little, Wanda, Queen of the Dead. she's draining Thor's powers. She wrecks Thor eventually.
Yeah, she does.
Which, I mean, she's Wanda, right? Even Infinity Hulk can't keep up with Wanda. And then she manipulates Kamala into helping her remake the reality, which she tried to do several times throughout this. And it works the last time. And then Kamala wakes up reunited with Riri and Kate. They're hanging out, but it's an illusion, we realize, because you can kind of see the real Riri break through a little bit.
Right.
And it shows us that Kamala's still trapped.
Right.
She's probably one of the few people that are still alive, but she's trapped in this Wanda. Because I think Wanda realized what a threat Kamala could be to her. They did a good job with Kamala in this.
Yeah, they
her
do.
power
They
set
do.
and stuff. Like,
So why does Wanda need Kamala?
I think this is just speculation, but her powers are similar to almost like Green Lanterns, where she makes these constructs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe her power Wanda can use to manipulate to make the reality seem more real or something.
But for who? Everybody's dead except the
maybe
dead.
not. Maybe everyone isn't, because Riri's still there, but she's on the other side of it because she was breaking through the reality. So
Wait a minute, didn't Riri go down with in the desert?
we left her. Well, we never saw her dead.
Yeah, there was Riri and who's the other person?
Kate.
Kate, right?
Yeah. So we thought they were dead. We just haven't seen what happened to them after. Who knows? Someone else came and fucking saved them. But and I think that's where that end, where we see her kind of glimpses of the reality kind of bleeding through, right?
Got it.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why she needed her help to remake the reality. Maybe it has something to do with her powers. Either way, she convinced her.
Hopefully we'll see.
We will see. Yeah, I think this thing should, actually, I'll reserve that question. So it was their first TV MA, rated mature animated series. I think it lived up to the rating, right?
Yep.
There was a mix of the kind of legacy characters and some of the new heroes, which I thought was cool. It ends on a great cliffhanger. It shows the power of Wanda, which I've been glazing Wanda since I think we started this.
I think we're only beginning to see the beginning of her powers. But what I don't understand is, so at the very end, she kind of like teleported next to the Hulk. So obviously the Hulk has no defense against her. Right. All she has to do is touch him. Because remember, they said, don't let Wanda touch the Hulk. So if that's the only thing that she had to do and she could teleport, why did she need to go through all that other than our entertainment? And it was great entertainment.
Sure.
Blade finally getting fucking dematerialized. Spider-Man about to get eaten, by like literally put in somebody's zombie's mouth.
Right.
So great entertainment, but why couldn't she just teleport next to him in the beginning and just touch him if that's all she had to do? Because there was nobody around in the beginning.
Well, I think she had to beat Thor first, and I think when she drained Thor's powers,
Thor was over there taking a nap. She didn't have to go to Thor at all.
Well, she was getting the army ready. She was feeding them zombie. Who knows? Anyways, all right, let's wrap this up. I got a couple questions about Marvel Zombies for you. So, number one, did Marvel Zombies live up to the hype?
Yes.
Yes. Who were your 3 favorite characters in this show?
3 favorite, definitely Wanda.
Yep.
I would say Red Guardian.
Okay.
And Blade.
Got it. I'm going to go Wanda, Blade, and last but not least, I'm going to go Thor.
I was gonna do Thor, but I the Red Guardian, because he was so instrumental in so many different things. He showed the biggest range.
Okay,
the emotion, the funny, the this, the that, the Captain America shit. So, but definitely Wanda and Blade. But then it was a toss up between, because they showed an awesome Thor.
Yes,
in this show.
It's funny that, because you used to be, the way I looked at Marvel Zombies before watching it is the same way you looked at Red Guardian for a while.
Yeah, but I'm not used to seeing this fat, bearded Red Guardian. I'm used to the Red Guardian from the comics, who's basically a Captain America.
Right. But I think, is it safe to say after Thunderbolts, you kind of turned the corner on Red Guardian.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and then last question: what was your favorite episode?
It's got to be the last one.
Yeah, same. I would go last one, then the what if episode, then the third, the second, the first. Yeah,
You throw a curve in
They
there.
throw the what if in
Throw
there.
the what if in there.
Actually, no, I'm gonna put what if right in the middle. Right in the middle. So 4-3,
Yeah,
what
I'm
if
good with that.
2-1.
But it's definitely, if you just look at the zombie, the 4, it's literally in reverse. 4,
Yeah,
3, 2, 1.
Absolutely. One more last question.
What's that?
Should we get a second season?
Wait a minute. Well, yes.
Yes.
Whatever they do after this, but aren't there more in this season? Really?
This is it. That's the end of the season. 4 episodes.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Damn. They got the anticipation. So obviously your answer is yes.
I'm thinking like next week they're gonna drop
Nope.
2 more or something.
That's
like,
wishful
no.
thinking,
Wow.
dude. Wishful thinking.
That's foul.
Yep. All
Well,
right.
listen, don't let us wait another year if there is a season 2.
Absolutely.